After the one take and the singles, then that brings us to obviously the album that just came out, Youngest in Charge. I mentioned before, it was doing good numbers, the great response. I think the crazy thing was that, number 2 on the iTunes hip hop charts, I believe.
Yeah.
And number 1 was Kerser that week.
Yeah.
So that must be pretty surreal for you because, I imagine for, kids in your area and yourself, Kerser being a massive influence, to see you two just sitting next to each other on the charts, that's pretty amazing, man.
100%. Now, shout out Kerser, bro, shout out, because we're both from the same area, you know what I mean? But I don't know, I was like having doubts. I didn't really want to drop the album because Kerser was dropping his album like 2-3 days before mine. But I thought, fuck it, I'll just drop it anyway, bro. Either way, people are going to listen to my music regardless, But yeah, and then when I dropped it, I don't know nothing about the charts and I don't know how to look at that stuff, And then Duel sent me a photo and he's like, well, number 2 in the charts. And I was like, fuck, It's like, how do you look that up, bro? And he's like, you got to go on the iTunes store and that. So I went and looked at it, bro, and I was like, fuck, that's good, bro, And then I was talking to Kerser, and Kerser's like, you're going to jump me soon. And I was like, nah, I don't want to jump you. I want to stay under you, you know what I mean? So I don't want to be in that top spot yet, bro. And then, yeah, I was happy, bro. Like a week later, it was 6 still on the charts. So yeah, 15 in the world. So yeah, it was pretty good.
He's had a good reign, but I swear he drops an album every fucking year.
Yeah, every year, bro, drops an album.
9 years or 10 years, and every single one gets number 1. So.
Yeah, 9 years in a row, bro, he's been number 1, cuz. That's king shit. Straight up.
And speaking of Kerser, he was, of course, the sole feature on the album.
Only feature.
Yeah, only feature. How was it kind of working with him in the creative process? Like, how did you guys first decide to do a track together?
Bro, it's been in the talk for years, bro, since I first met him. And then everyone's obviously going to know we're going to do a track, obviously. But everyone was like, oh, Kerser and Rops, this, that, when's it going to happen? And then it wasn't like, I'm not the type of person that would send you a song and be like, bro, you want to jump on this, you know what I mean? I just wait. And then, yeah, he messaged me one day and he's like, oh, if you got something with my name on it, send it to me, So now I just finished the 5 tracks that I had left for my album and I was going to the studio that night. Went to the studio, I finished the 4 tracks and I had 1 more left and I finished it. And I said to the boys, I was like, make sure he's got a verse for Kerser. And then, yeah, they were like, oh, what, And then boom, ended up sending it to him and that. And then, yeah, he got back like a week later, boom, sent me the verse back. And then, yeah, I listened to it, I was like, fucking oath, that's gangster, fucking oath. Big accomplishment for me, you know what I mean? I grew up listening to Kerser. So yeah, I was wrapped, I was like, yeah, that's mint. And then, yeah, once I put up the, track list for the album, everyone was going crazy, They're like, fuck, only Kerser's on the album. Because really, I didn't want to have no one on my album. I wanted to just have myself on there, It's my first album. But I thought, fuck, might as well just get Kerser on there. Who else has had him on their first album, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I got him on there. And yeah,
it's cool because it's like 2 generations.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Rappers from the same
that's
area.
Exactly right. 2 generations.
A big deal
of
for
C-Town.
you and your mates.
Yeah, 100. But yeah, it was a big accomplishment for me, bro, honestly.